What's going on with all my billionaires out there? This the guy Hood's Billionaire. Welcome to Hood's Billionaire TV. Big favor, big abundance. On today's episode, we're gonna be talking about the Julio Foolio last moments, pictures and videos being released of his untimely demise. Let's talk about it. Now, I really don't even like to touch on this type of stuff, but I believe it's a message here. So of course I couldn't show it. Of course it couldn't be shown. Y'all can go see it everywhere. It's viral. And you can pretty much see like some guys were waiting in the parking lot on him. Started dumping on his car, and then they just hit him a bunch of times. It looked like he tried to get in the back seat, and they just ended up laying him down. And some other people got hit also as well. But really the main thing I want to touch on this is, how much longer are y'all gonna speak death into y'all life, right? Don't all words have power? How many ancient texts do you see that in? I mean, the Bible will tell it to you, the power of the word, right? In the beginning it was the word, right? The Quran. I mean, every ancient text tell you how powerful the word is, right? But the problem is, a lot of y'all are living life based off what you can see. That's it. That's the only thing you live in life off of, what you can see, right? When that's insane, because the human eye can only perceive 1% of reality. That's a scientific fact, right? So you don't even got to get too spiritual. You can only see like less than 1% of what's actually there. There's a small sliver of the light spectrum that humans are able to perceive reality off of in this three-dimensional realm. So there's 99% of reality going on that we can't see, that of course has an effect on the 1%. So words, all vibrations, actions, anything that you do, it has an effect. And that 99% that you can't see, that we don't, nobody, until you transfer over and transition into that existence, we don't know what's there, right? Those words have an effect on the 99%. That your actions have an effect on the 99%. How you vibrate has an effect on the 99%, which in turn has an effect on the 1% that you can see, right? So a lot of these guys, they actions and they words and they thoughts, because thoughts also as well can form reality. Conscious thought, the thoughts that you consciously choose to think about, not the ones in your subconscious. That's just your brain's way of telling you all the different things that could possibly happen in life. So read a book called The Confidence Gap. It kind of explains that. That was like developed at the very beginning of time with humans, right? Just to be aware. But with a lot of you guys, man, like I said, y'all thoughts, y'all actions, y'all words, they lead y'all to destruction. You know what I mean? And it really is self-destruction, because you speaking this stuff into your life. You physically acting, your vibrations are bringing this stuff into your life, right? The things that you do, the things that you say, the things that you think. When you think about riding on the op and how you gonna down a op when you see him, you putting that out into the universe. Your brain is, y'all ever seen them hats that you can put on with light bulbs on them, and they tell you to think about something and then the light bulbs start lighting up? It's because your brain, when you think conscious thought, it gives off electromagnetic impulses, and I ain't trying to preach too deep, but I'm tired of you guys like not knowing how reality works. So y'all just do anything for like this 1% life, this three-dimensional realm that we live in, for material possessions that you not even gonna really have for but a short period of time, right? So it's like why crash out? Why live the worst life you possibly can? Why live the most dangerous life that you possibly can? Now, some people, they just connected to the negative side of the energy spectrum, and if that's what you want, that's what you want, okay? Hey, that's the life that you choose, okay? But a lot of you guys are just unaware of what that brings into your life, right? Speaking that negative, thinking that negative, physically enacting and invoking that negative only is gonna bring negative into your life. Julio Foolio was going to graveyards, shooting music videos, talking about guys that he had issues with that weren't alive anymore, and literally cracking jokes and making songs about them, right? along with his, physical actions of allegedly getting people hit, getting people knocked off, and just doing negative things, right? So how long do you think? Ain't no telling what was in his mind. Ain't no telling what he was thinking, right? Ain't no telling what was in his heart, right? The heart, that's another thing. What's in your heart? The heart gives off strong energy frequencies, right? Why you think when people heart stop, they gotta shock it with electricity, right? Your heart runs off electricity. So you have to understand, man, a lot of things that you do are energetic. Julio Foolio made a lot of energetic mistakes that brought negative into his life. Like, real talk. And anything can happen to anybody. Like, don't let me just be like, just think positive and be positive. That will help you. It will help you. I'm just going to be honest. It will help you, right? But, I mean, anything can happen to anybody, right? So what you want to do is make sure you're around the right type of people, because the karma of the people around you can be cast upon you. That's just how it works, okay? Think of Jonah and the whale. Man, God was about to break the ship in half until they threw Jonah overboard, and that was just a story about other people's karma. Like, if somebody is a negative person and you have them around you, their karma can affect you, right? If you're around people with bad karma, their karma can affect you, right? Like I said, you thinking negative thoughts, you saying negative things, you're doing negative things, you have negativity in your heart. All these things can bring negativity and destruction into your life. Real talk. That's real talk. And Julio Foolio brought a lot of destruction and negativity into his life, from the things he was saying, from the things he was doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure some of the things that were in his heart, I don't know him personally, so I couldn't say. I'm sure he had people that he had love for, but when you go down that path, you just have to know, like, those are some of the things that can happen, right? So you gotta make sure that you move in the right way. And I'm praying, for his family and they healing, but that's a terrible way to go. That's a terrible way to go, to get gunned down in the back of a car on your birthday. That's a terrible way to go, right? So this is more so like a message, man. Like, just be cognizant of the things that you say, of the things that you think, of what's in your heart, of your actions, and so on and so forth, man. Because the world is so much bigger, and reality is so much bigger, and existence is so much bigger than this small sliver of time that it seems like a long time, and it is a long time. Like, if you live to be 80 years old, that's a long time. 100 years old, that's a long time. You know what I mean? Like, living long life is a beautiful thing, right? The process of life, that's beautiful. But cutting it short because of foolishness, because you're not aware of what the ramifications are of your words and your actions and your thoughts, that's something I feel like we can adjust. Okay, so y'all make sure to get on top of that, man. Okay, this the guy who's being there, big favor, big abundance. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. This the guy who's being there, big favor, big abundance. I'm gone.